When you do an assignment, you have to reword your information. You cannot just copy and paste from the internet. And when you reword your information, this is sometimes called paraphrasing. It's saying the same ideas in different words. So how do we change the wording and make it our own? We need to build sentences using keywords that we found in the original text. And so there are 4 tricks for building these new sentences of our own. So we can use synonyms. Instead of saying huge, we might say massive. We have to keep technical terms like dinosaur or Tyrannosaurus Rex. We can't change those technical terms. It's a really good trick to add in lots of extra words of your own. It's another good trick to move chunks around. Something that was at the end of the website text you found, you move it to the middle. And my really sneaky trick that works beautifully is add in a few persuasive devices of your own, such as a rhetorical question, some emotive language, that sort of thing. Because even though you're writing a factual text, when you add in these persuasive devices, it's really going to make it look very different. Here's a paragraph that I've taken straight from the internet. Let's look at the left-hand side of the screen, and I've actually underlined the topic sentence of the paragraph. So the topic sentence of the paragraph announces the topic, and I've only put a bit of this paragraph here, but it's quite a long paragraph and it really describes the African elephant. And so we've got a hint of that with largest animal in the topic sentence. Now, when we look at the box on the right-hand side, I've gone through and I've color highlighted the key phrases that are important. So these key words are what I actually color highlight when I bring in information from the internet. I've color highlighted them here so that I've changed the color every time the sentence changes. But when I bring in information from the internet myself, I usually just color highlight them all in yellow. So here we have on the left that paragraph that I brought in from the internet, and I did my first job, which was to find the keyword phrases. And then on the right here, I've tried to paraphrase the paragraph using keywords and building from those keywords. So let's look on the next slide to see which tricks I used. So the first thing to say is that I kept the topic sentence idea the same, because the topic sentence idea was that the African elephant is actually the largest land animal on Earth. So I kept that main idea the same. And you can see scattered through the paragraph, you can see the yellow highlighting is for synonyms. You can see that the green highlighting is because I needed to use some technical terms. You can see that I've added extra information to make it my own. This is a really strong tip. Just add extra information. And then I've used some of my persuasive devices. I've got a rhetorical question, a did you know? And I've also used some emotive language about African elephants, magnificent, handy, and useful. And finally, I moved some chunks around because in the original paragraph, the information about ears was actually down the bottom, and now it's moved to the middle. So if you use these tricks, these rewording tricks, you're going to be able to paraphrase and make a passage look really different. You will also need to acknowledge the source at the, in your assignment, but these rewording tricks are very useful. So let's just recap then. How do you make something your own? There are 2 key actions. You've got to do some rewording to paraphrase the information, make it look really different, and you've also got to cite your sources. You've got to list at the end of the assignment where you got all these resources from. and this might be called a references list or a bibliography. There could be different names for it.